Αυτό το βίντεο είναι μια ευγενική χορηγία από εσάς. Αν θέλετε να υποστηρίξετε το κανάλι, μπορείτε να το κάνετε στο Patreon, στα YouTube Memberships ή Streamlabs / ο Ασβός. Θα βρείτε τα link στην περιγραφή αυτού του βίντεο καθώς και στο καρφιτσωμένο σχόλιο. Ευχαριστώ. We try our best.
Yeah, I'm looking for this, and I'm vegetarian. But
You're vegetarian,
vegan.
huh?
I have never eaten meat ever in my life, but I'm heavily dependent on eggs and dairy.
Yes, eggs and dairy, I see.
In India,
You're from India, right?
Yes. The video you're showing right now is nothing like this in India, because we pray those cows, those cows, and it's not.
They are sacred, the cows,
yes.
right? Yes.
And the video I saw, it's maybe in Europe because they eat meat, but we never do this. So it's not the only way to avoid dairy. People can try the India way, where they pray.
Do you know?
My whole families, we have. I belong to farming family.
Yes.
From long time.
Yes.
And we.
You are a farmer. Do you have animals?
Yes. We leave them with as family member, not as we take milk and throw them out.
Yeah. But
even when they become old, they're dead, we give them a very nice funeral like we give to people.
So when they die, you just bury them. You do not eat them.
Because in India, they are highly sacred, especially cows.
Yes.
Because we are considered that India is an agricultural country, and our basic food comes from them.
I see.
And milk is the major product why India is, it's not an industrial country. It's agriculture made up of villages.
This is a way to survive, you mean?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's why we pray.
So do you know, like, I can find a problem with this. Do you know what that is? We have those animals to take something from them. And how do we take milk from them? We impregnate them, so we make them have babies. And after they have babies, we take their milk, right? Why do you think this is right, though? Do you think it's right to exploit someone in a way that we do not kill them, but we still take something from them?
So how is it exploiting?
Because it's exploiting. The definition of exploiting is
giving food to someone. It's like somebody is it is a government. Every country has a government. And
yes.
You have to follow if you want to survive.
Yes.
So it's like asking, you are passing tax, you are exploiting, but they are giving you roads and facilities.
Yes,
this is the same
I see.
like with cows.
It's not the same though, because when you have people in technology and stuff, you pay them. The cows, you do not pay them. You have them.
We give them food and other things.
But you make
We vaccinate them. We save them from disease.
I understand.
We take care of them.
But the thing is, you create them. You vaccinate them. It's not you, but every country does this. So in order to take something from them.
Okay, and
that is the case.
And the military have dogs just for the safety purpose.
The dogs.
They still use them.
No, they do not take their milk.
They want to be tied always.
Because there are instances. Well, there is a kind of a different story because dogs, we adopt them from the streets to protect them. Especially in Greece, like we have many dogs. I think this is a bit of a different matter, but I can give you, a bit of a sum up. We have like numerous strays. The shelters are full, so people adopt those dogs. And even that we have this problem, we have other people that they want to pay to buy a dog. Those people take something from them.
That's for the human safety. For our safety, we kick them.
No.
We kick them in homes. And
yes.
Sometimes people even with the leash. I see dogs even in Greece, they want to go out, but as a pet they have some foundations. So
some boundaries, you mean?
Yes. So how do you decide that this is the threshold?
Because
above
this is
exploitation, and above down this is not exploitation.
Because the thing is, you have a leash to protect the dog from running on the streets and getting hit by a car, which is, in a way, it's protection for the animal. It's not protection to take something from the animal. Do you see where I'm going? So, by the way, with cows, you do have to separate the mother from the baby to take the milk. I know in some situations, I don't know every...
I want to correct this.
Yes.
There's a rule by taking milk. When the baby is small, the baby first goes to have a milk.
Yes.
They allow it for 5 minutes. I don't know how many minutes, but I've seen that. They allow the small cup to go and wait, and then they take this, and then they take the milk.
I know. This is like they have it's the colostrum, I think. It has antibodies and stuff that the baby really needs to get an immune system.
For the milk also to get produced, baby needs to be feeding, because the more baby feed,
you need to feed them to take the milk. No, but the situation is, and I know in most cases, I do not know if it's a survival situation, but as far as I know, we need a lot more resources to feed and have cows rather than eat the plants themselves. You need a lot less plants just to eat the plants instead of having a cow that needs vaccinations and money and someone to look after it, and obviously food and water.
But if you try to more research on the Indian way,
yes,
how cows are treated and kept,
yes,
you will not say like we are taking something from them.
You do take them though.
We are giving also.
But the thing is, you do not kill them. Do you know that India takes the cows from India to other countries and they kill them in other countries?
Yes,
because I know that it's one of the largest exporters of cow meat. I know this. So the thing is, it's not that you can give a better life to an animal, but you only gave this animal life just to take the milk from it. And we have so many alternatives.
No, I mean the commercialization. When they commercialize the things, the videos, these are commercialized. When the private companies have hold of everything. But in rural villages, it's nothing like this. And even in Delhi, I see we got milk from a farm, not from the dairy.
Yeah,
we don't buy it.
Yeah.
And we even know what our cows are eating, what not is.
I understand this part, and I can only say that this is better, but it's not the best for the animal.
Yeah,
the best for the animal, like if you can survive and be healthy without eating anything from an animal, I think it's best not to create it, because we create those animals, right? And just try to help every other animal that's in need, because we have human rights, we do not have animal rights.
I also have that when people eat chicken and they care for a dog. And I was this is animal racism you're doing.
It is. Do you know how this is called?
You for the chicken?
There is a word for this. There is a word for this.
I don't know the word.
It's speciesism. It's when you say a species of an animal is more important than the other.
Okay.
And this is why we stand here today, to explain, like, we should not treat animals different.
Yeah.
We should just let them be, help them as far as we can, and we do not have to love someone in order not to take something from them or not harm them. And I can say that your scenario is a better scenario, but it's not the best for the animal. And the thing is, do you know, I grew up eating meat like at least 3 times a day.
I have one stupid argument. But
it's okay. There is no stupid. There is no stupid.
Once a time, I used to argue a lot with veganism. Then I say, okay, animals have life and they have feeling to share.
Yes.
What if somebody can't share feeling, but they have life, like plants? They have life.
It's the same thing.
But they don't have feelings. So
I understand this.
Killing them.
It's
them.
So is this an argument for plants?
Yes.
So you
still alive. They're living organisms.
So okay. So
the things and they're growing, their lifespan. So
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting it's 2 things. If it's an argument for plants, so you want vegans. So actually no. So you care so much for plants that you'd rather save plants instead of animals. When you eat animals or animal byproducts, you need a lot more plants to have those animal byproducts, since you do not eat the flesh. So it's again like you should be vegan if you care for plants, because you need a lot less.
Well, what do you mean? If you eat more plants?
No, if you're vegan, you need a lot less plants rather a vegetarian, because you need a lot more plants to feed to the animal,
or even to say like
to take the milk or to take to make the cheese or the eggs or whatever.
So what you mean, the way plants are coming to us, and if we take plant directly, it's we consume less than that way. So we feed animals.
When we feed animals, it's like many times more. I do not know the statistics right now, but I know like you need at least 10 times more water than just being a vegan. I can find you information on this though. If you can find me, I can give you the exact number, because they have estimates that are a lot more accurate than me. But I know it's a lot more times. It's a lot. You need a lot more resources. It's a lot more polluting, not having animals, and also. Like what you should look on animals is we have a higher level of conscious.
Yeah.
They can feel pain, they escape danger, They have feelings, they form bonds. They can show affection, they can show positive or negative, expressions.
But this again depend on which place and how they consider. Like if you go more in China,
they do not care. You mean? Yes. Yeah, I know.
So it depends on every person, every
I know.
They have their level. Like
yes,
they don't find them cute. They want to eat them. So,
yeah,
and for some, everything is cute. Even cow is cute. And
you don't find all of the people here cute, but you do not go out of your way to do harm. Yeah. And the thing is, would you like to, let's say, would you like to have a life that you are, let's say, an animal in the farm, and someone is gonna take your baby and have your baby for a few minutes, and then they're gonna take your milk and they're gonna just have you and you're gonna be healthy, but that's not gonna be your life. They still have you to take something from you. Would you like this?
You mean animals take something?
Yeah, would you take the place of an animal? Or would you rather, be human?
I think I would prefer, rather than a wild forest, to be somebody's pet in house.
Yeah.
I will find lucky. If they want milk from me, I'm okay. If they take care of my disease...
Would it be okay to take your babies there?
They are not taking your babies.
How?
Babies live with them.
Yeah, but you take the milk.
Yes.
You wouldn't feed your babies.
No. They give. I told you they first feed the babies.
But you said 5 minutes.
It's enough for the baby. Whenever because.
But cows have milk for about 6 months, and those 6 months is for the baby to drink the milk, like our mamas do, so we can grow and at least for a year and a half.
No, the milk cow produce is so much that for one calf or whatever she had. It's not. He cannot feed all the milk.
But the cow still doesn't take any milk. We feed them formulas because we want the milk, because we sell the milk. And the thing is, what happens with the males? Because I know that cows do give birth to males and females. Where do the males go? If you're a male calf, the average lifespan of a male calf is 1 year. 1 year old. So you cannot have the one without the other, and still. Let's say you have the best situation for the animal to live in. You still have it. It's not ethical. You still take something from it. It's not an animal sanctuary that you have a cow that never gets impregnated and you just pet them and you just love them.
I understand, like if for the male cows you are pushing them into the house, that's wrong. But give and take for them, I believe it's mutual and it's everywhere. If you think for this animal and you're not doing it, you are doing it on other things. Like, for example, I told you are giving some government taxes and other examples also, because it's a give and take between, we humans and the environment.
Yeah, so, but the thing is, that is not a necessity. You don't have to do this to the animals. You wouldn't do it to dogs or cats or any other animal. You would just do it to them because this is the way we always did. This is the way we always, we always took something from them.
Yes, because we find them easy. Now they are available. Like chickens, nobody feels them for them just because it's nothing.
I know, but the thing is, when you say that this animal it is okay to exploit, how do you have a non-hypocritical stance against every other animal? Because someone might see you and say, oh, you know what, you don't care about this, I don't care about chickens, I don't care about lambs, I don't care about... So it's only when we stop exploiting them entirely is where we actually are fair against towards them.
If we grab those problems with the neck.
The problem with?
With the neck.
Yes.
If we grab the problem with the neck, I find it maybe difficult, but if we take it step by step, for me what I understand is it's best to avoid eating meat rather than being vegan at all.
Yeah.
I think it should be from non-vegetarian to become vegetarian, and then society will...
let's say, can I give you an example on this? Yeah. So let's say you have obviously another hypothetical scenario. You have someone that, I'm a psychiatrist, psychotherapist, whatever, and I have a patient that comes to me and says, you know what, I'm beating my wife 7 days a week.
Okay, I understand.
I cannot tell him, you know what, you should do it 3 times a week, or maximum 4, but please don't do it 7 times in the week. I can only tell him, you know what, this is what we do to them.
What will you do? It sounds good to hearing, but if the guy have issue something, he's not understanding. You're gonna beat 7 times, then what will you do?
Well,
You will give him a bait. Okay, I will give you allowed to beat her because you need to find the solution.
Can I finish what I was, because I want to answer this. So what I was thinking is, like, when you know something is bad, you cannot do it a few times. I can let you know that, you know what, this is what we do to them, and this is what you can change. I know that it's better to do something rather than doing nothing, but I cannot tell you, you know what, I can show you this is the end of the journey, maybe the start of the other journey, because when you are becoming vegan, you're becoming aware to, you know, lots of other things as well. But this is, you know, this is the right thing to do. I cannot tell you a half measure. I know it's better for you to be vegetarian, but I know it's still not enough.
If you tell people to like stop milk and everything, maybe they will not listen to you. But if you tell them, because human evolve gradually, it's never like gonna happen one night or something.
I know,
like
I know this. I know this.
Gradual.
I know this.
So many times I think NGOs in India, they are working a lot, but they're grabbing my neck, and in the end, people just leave.
I understand this.
Shit.
I know what you mean.
They are, because they are picking the root cause with target. Okay, we have target. We have to select, take this out, then take this out, then take this
I
out.
understand what you mean.
And then we will debate for this.
I understand.
At least make them eligible or adaptable to move the state.
You know,
because states are like this. If they are here, then they move up.
Yes.
But from down,
do you know there are people though that they can change like this? Because like not the person that was talking right now, but the person before, I met him in another action like this. His father had a slaughterhouse, and his father had like 4,000 animals or something. He said, you know what? From our conversation, I became vegan. And imagine if I would cut myself short in a way, and I said, you know what? Just be vegetarian. It might be, I might have held him, to a lower standard. So I'm trying always to be polite. I'm always trying to ask and explain, and and show the best way to do it. Because I'm not gonna follow you at your house and saying, are you vegan yet? Are you vegan? We're not doing this.
I'm happy you're doing this thing, and I'm proud also inside. Somewhere else, some people are against this cow slaughter and this animal, because we as Indian always naturally against this.
I know, ahimsa. Is that it? Yeah, it's the act of non-violence.
Even cows are regarded more sacred than humans. If somebody is passing, the cars maybe not stop, but if cow is going on there, everybody have to stop.
I know what you mean.
So
I know what you mean.
It's different. So as I see,
it is, and the thing is, we wouldn't do it to humans. We wouldn't do it to dogs or cats, except China maybe or Cambodia, but we do it to every other animals. And in Western countries, especially in the West, we do not need to do this. Even the milk, even the cheese, even the eggs, you can find those alternatives, and they taste really good, man. But they're plants.
But the debate in India on many, not I'm talking about everything in India, because India is
it's a huge country. I mean,
I see many people. The argument is between vegetarian and vegan.
I know,
because we don't talk about non-veg, because
everyone is vegetarian.
Yes, most of them. But some people are even Hindus. They eat meat.
Oh, I see.
It's their choice.
Okay.
Okay. India is a democratic country. So
yes, I understand. I understand what you mean.
And you can eat whatever you want. My brother eats, and nobody stops him. And I never drink alcohol. Never I took meat, and I just eat eggs, because I'm telling you, it's very difficult for me to feed myself here, because every time I go, is it meat or not meat? I have to confirm.
You have to. What you need to do is, I can suggest something if you want. So you can just try to find. Do you cook at all?
Yes.
Okay, so
when I'm traveling, I'm not able to cook.
It's not easy. It's not as easy. Well, usually what I find, because when I have time, I want to travel, outside Athens, because I was born in Athens, but outside in places in Greece, if you talk with someone, they usually have an option for you, because the Mediterranean cuisine is mostly vegan, because there were wars in Greece. So people knew how to survive without animals or animal byproducts.
They have salads. Apart from this, they have seafood and meats. Even when I order souvlaki, I tell them to put falafel or something like this, and don't.
It's depending. I can redirect you, because you have the apps that you have now to use them. You can just Google vegan there. You can find it.
Is there app specific for that?
There is, and you can also Google on the Google Maps and just find there are lots of options. Are you in the center of Athens?
Yes, I'm living in Sintagma Plaka.
Oh, near Sintagma Plaka. Yeah, you have lots of options here, even like in walking distance.
I'm mostly go to Indian restaurants to eat, so it's easy.
Yeah, the food is great.
Yeah.
I can tell you, because we order sometimes, but
because in India, the region I belong to, there's other regions like Punjab. They eat meat from long time. The region I'm on is that's pure Hindu region, and
it's more spiritual. You mean?
Yes. It's like we have cows. Every house you will find a cow nowadays, and it's like because families never eat.
I never eat, but your families never eat them. I understand this, but
yes,
we take something.
Yes.
Like, and I think this is wrong because when you
but there are many rules in India. Actually, I do not follow it religiously. The debate between vegan and vegetarian, but they told are very right. Have every question, every answer of your question, why we can take milk without exploiting the animals. There are several ways in India, and if you try, you will find them. Because there are many gurus who are almost exploiting.
But I know that there is no necessity for it, and when there is no necessity or survival, there is no good way to do this, because we do not need a milk from another mother when we are like humans. We just don't need to. And I understand the part that save those cows and have them sacred. This is really nice, but when you give them a good life and still take something from them, it's not good. Like I wouldn't do this to my dog. I wouldn't do this to my cat.
But you sometimes have dog for the protection of the house. I see.
For the protection, some people do it.
Yes,
I'm not saying this is correct though. Dogs are not tools.
And even some people, just to show that we have dog and we have a life, they just try to show it.
This is not good. This is not good. This is not good though.
There's one guy having a dog in house. He left Germany. He's a Greek cop. We live together. And he told me to feed him dog, to boil some. He left a big bag.
Just feed him this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I give him, and I see dog is not eating. Then I buy him chicken, whatever he wanted to eat. I asked him, check Google, and he said, this eat, I give him. So, and I told this guy that he's not eating your balls. Is it okay if I give him meat? And he's like, no, don't give him anything. Give him this balls only. And I was like, it's one day not eaten anything. And the second day not eaten. So he said, he will hungry eat, but not give anything.
Yeah.
That means you're exploiting it.
I don't know
that's... want to eat because you don't like it.
I know, I understand what you mean, but the thing is, in the end, no one is gonna. That is not the best way. You know what? That is not the best way, and this should not be happening.
Yes.
But we have and do not have it for anything else. So in an ideal scenario, this shouldn't happen. But it's still not good. Like, what can I tell you, man? It's not good.
So we're gonna grow plants more to feed ourselves.
The thing is, we feed on the earth that we live in 70 billion animals on land and about 1 to 3 trillion animals in the sea every year. That they do not miss a meal. We always have plants for them to eat. The thing is, how do we change this? How do we change these industries?
But when like cats and all the animals, they need to breed in their life. Because for them it's important, otherwise they go crazy.
Yeah, but so, we make all those animals, we make them. We force them into existence. No. We force them into existence. If people start to go vegan, obviously this is something that changes. And I can tell you this because I'm vegan for 6 years. When I became, you could call a pizza like, what do you mean with no cheese? Pizza without cheese? Are you crazy, man? Is this a prank? And now you can find vegan pizza in like at least three places of the large, let's say, pizza chains.
So you're 6 years vegan and you live here?
Yeah. And the thing is, I learned to cook legumes, I eat fruits, I eat veggies. I learned how to cook soy, vegan products that they taste good, but they're not meat.
I started coffee in this Everest, a vegan coffee with soy milk. I started this and I was like, okay, I was trying to,
to just find some,
if there's alternative.
Was it good?
Yeah,
it was good.
The coffee, I like, okay, I can manage for the coffee at least. So
listen, It's a habit. We have habits. It's a difficult thing to change the habit.
It's like what we can do possible for at least try, and if you make a change a habit, like for the coffee or something else, like I do not take milk now. Only the thing I eat is
eggs. You can find tofu with black sea salt, and it has the same taste. With curcumin and black sea salt, you can find many recipes for tofu, which is cheap.
Restaurants where are totally vegan.
Just Google vegan, and you can find at least 5 options. At least 5 options. I can redirect you, but you have many options.
Yes, I can Google it for that.
So I want you to see that, this is a plant-based treaty. This is where you can vote and actually, be part of this change. So what it says is to stop having any more animal agriculture businesses, slaughterhouses, farms, whatever. Change the ones we have now to a more vegan, sustainable way, plant-based, as they say that, and just be vegan. Then see how
vegetarians and vegans should work together to at least stop non-vegan.
It's a start. We should all do something. We should all do something. But I think it's when you find alternatives and you have options, to find for eggs, to find for dairy, to find for milk. I think it's like you can see that it's the best way.
I'm happy that you're doing this thing because I'm talking about business meeting everywhere you go. You see meat.
Yeah, this is in most.
Because when we find alternatives, we will have options available on the stores when people buy.
I know.
And now they buy meat, so they keep
So
meat.
I want to give you this. Just you can also see Dominion. It's like it was filmed in Australia. They have the highest welfare standards, and you can see what we do to animals in all situations, whether it's food, fur, whatever. Just so you know, it's a difficult one to see, but I think it's best we are educated to what we do, and this is the best scenario, not the worst. It's what we do to all animals. Yeah.
So, but I can provide you answer of each and everything.
Do you know the thing is, whatever you could have told me something else, all right? But the thing is, you wouldn't change my mind because there is no necessity.
I understand not necessarily, but I would have given you a legit reason that maybe it's difficult to.
You can always text me, man. You can always you can just because I manage this page. You can just send me. You know what? I found this, and I think this is the way. We can communicate about it. You can also comment down below. We can do another video about this. Like it's. I have no problem.
I can text you, but now it's okay if you don't put it on. Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Nice to meet you. Ilya.